logical to me that I didn't just begin when I, it's logical to me that I didn't just begin when I began. It's logical to me that I am an extension of something. And it feels to me that that something that I'm an extension from right now, it feels like it's a secure thing. When I look at little kids, especially little babies, they seem secure to me. They seem like they know their well-being. And right now, I'm feeling like I know my well-being. It's like here I am, I'm fully functioning. Some would even call me an adult. And in this very moment, I feel free of needing to do stuff or needing to think of stuff. I feel free of needing to be responsible. It's like I've had this little rampage within myself where I've deliberately stayed away from shoulds and shouldn'ts. And I think I've sort of found a place of just natural well being. And so I wonder how long I can stand in this place of natural well-being and feel this good. It feels like a relief because just a little bit ago I was trying so hard to figure things out that I got my brain twisted into a knot. And now, not trying to figure it all out, I'm feeling some relief from all of that. And I'm also, along with this relief that I've discovered, in realizing that I don't have to do anything, I'm starting to feel just the tiniest little bit of boredom because because I've let a lot of what has driven me be the responsibilities that I've just now deliberately deconstructed. And so now I don't quite know what to do because there isn't anything that I'm supposed to do. There isn't anything that I should do. There isn't anything that I have to do. There are no hoops to jump through, and there's no one noticing whether I'm jumping through the hoops or not either anyway, except others who completely lost their way and are using screwy criteria in order to judge whether I jumped through the hoops. And I got so tired of jumping through the hoops that no longer jumping through the hoops is pleasing in some ways, but now I sort of don't quite know what to do with myself because there is nothing that I'm supposed to do and nothing that I should do. And so there must be. I wonder if I'm here to find things that I want to do. I like the idea of that, finding something that I want to do. Hmm. What do I like doing? I like, I like, I like not being in a hurry. I like funny people. I like seeing new things. I like having lots to choose from. I like being on a planet where there's a lot of variety. I like humanity. I adore the flora and fauna of this planet. Really like the open sea. Really like coming from the open sea into some beautiful island. I like the way the land and the sea mix together. I like the sky. I like waking up in the morning. I like the sun coming up. I like the sun going down. I like the nature that surrounds me. I like the well-being of this planet. I like the way this planet spins in its orbit in perfect proximity to other planets. I like being a part of all of this. I like thinking about what my part in all of this is. I like knowing that there is so much about that well-being that I don't have to consider, that I don't have to tend to. I like knowing that the well-being just is. I like discovering my part. I like realizing that my part must surely be in the interest that's called me. I like knowing that there are interesting things out there. I like the feeling of waiting until I feel interested and then following that interest. I like speculating that maybe I could really live a complete life of letting go of the shoulds and the have tos and the need tos and the commitments and just following the want tos and the what feels good. I feel that that's the way my inner being is. My inner being refuses to focus upon things of responsibility. My inner being won't go there with me when I get specific on a lot of things. I can feel that my inner being stays in a very general place. It's like my inner being has deconstructed thought and has just put a blanket of well being over it. over everything. My inner being doesn't have to consider the rightness or the wrongness of the way that person looks or talks or dresses or lives. My inner being just loves them, loves them, loves them, loves them, loves them. My inner being has found a way of deconstructing the details of thought and finding the essence of who my inner being is, and then just flows that feeling of well being over everything. I think I might like to do that. I think I might like to be in this general place of well being where I am less opinionated, less comparison of opinions, and more feeling, more deeply feeling. I'm going to enjoy this sort of deconstructing of thought. I'm going to use fewer words and offer more emotion. I'm going to look at the people I love and I'm going to convey to them what I mean through thought and through emotion and through silence and through body language and through touch and through smile and not so much through words. I accept that I came with really good reason into this physical body. And I accept that I'm much more than I know, than I can ever really know, because there's a part of me that is non physically focused that I just don't have any way of describing in physical terms. I want to sense and feel and know that part of me. Most of all, I want to know my own personal power. I want to feel the friendship and harmony and the part of me is in the way that things manifest. So I want to be a fully present person here in my physical now, and I want to use the power of my mind. The word focus is the most essential part of this conversation. I want to use the power of my mind to focus myself into alignment with all that I have become. And to focus myself into alignment with all that I've become means to focus myself energetically.
Grand Rising, Grand Rising, Grand Rising, Grand Rising. Welcome to Wednesday, February 16th, 2022. It's a beautiful new day. I woke up grateful for another day, grateful for a new day. Yesterday is over. Appreciative for my new opportunities to have a good day. I wake up grateful every single morning, and I'm so glad I can reset. Yesterday was a little hard. Had a lot of things, got a lot of things going on, a lot of decisions, heavy decisions I need to make. It's not an easy process, but yesterday sometimes I was getting frustrated. I was trying to really just figure out what in the world was what was really going on. How could I fix it? Would I be able to get a solution? And I'm so glad that I stayed. I want to say grounded. I stayed diligent in what I needed, what I knew I needed. I know what my daughter needs. It gets a little frustrating dealing with others because you can only meet people where they are with their own understanding. And I'm learning that that's okay. I cannot control everything. I'm just so glad it's another day. I don't know what this day has in store for me, but I'm sure that it will be beautiful and needed, and it will be welcomed because there's so many people that are not going to see today. So many people. I have been working on writing this next book, and I'm seeing a lot of growth in myself. As painful as it is, as painful as some situations are forevermore, in everything I'm learning, you have an opportunity. to be a light, even if it's just a light for yourself. But never forget, even if you are just lighting up your own world with positivity when everything and everyone else around you is on another frequency, somebody's watching, somebody's learning, somebody's feeling what you're going through and seeing you persevere and push on and find positivity in the most negative situations. For a long time, I wondered why I had to suffer so much, through so much, so young. But now, as I look at my daughter, I kind of feel like every day before today had its purpose. Every mistake I made, every step I took, whether it was in the wrong or the right direction, it was part of a bigger plan. And if you don't have that kind of mentality to be secure in the fact that everything, unfortunate or fortunate, has its divine order, that's a hard pill to swallow for some of us. But it's swallowable. It's swallowable. You can swallow it. You can swallow the pill and rest assured that there will come a day, and those days will be one after another. There will be one after another, one after another, and you will be able, after all of the unfortunate events, after all of the heartbreaks, after all the abandonments, after all of letting down yourself, after letting yourself down, after everything, after the good, the bad, and the ugly, after all of that, if you can just stay positive, I mean, sleeping in your truck, not knowing where you're gonna go, what you're gonna do, how you're gonna eat. I mean, down and you can just positive. If there's 1 ounce of positivity in you left, if you can just use it, it will grow. And even on your darkest days, you can wake up and be grateful and give thanks. Oh my goodness. Yesterday was very hard on me. I actually thought I was going to have a stroke. Trying to communicate with somebody with power, and they did not want to hear me. Ego versus legacy keeps coming up in everything that I do. And yesterday was a lesson in ego versus legacy, because I do have a legacy of being a problem solver when it comes to dealing with institutions and different things that arise out here in this real world. And yesterday, it was plenty of room for my ego to just surface and me not be able to get the results that I need. I'm proud of myself that I was able to feel myself getting angry and stop in the midst of that. That is not easy to do. And I asked the lady, and I prayed, and I spoke positivity, and I asked the lady, can you please hear me? And in that long phone call, everything changed when she understood me. And she was sympathetic and empathetic because she knows that this is actually dangerous. Things have been done very dangerously to me and my daughter these past years, years. And I decided to stay anchored in myself. I let a lot of people get away with a lot of things that are now resurfacing, and I'm just grateful. I'm grateful that now whatever actions I take against whoever and whatever institution, I can stand with pride and say that my hand was forced. I'm not doing this out of ego. I'm not doing this to make myself feel better. I'm actually doing what's right and holding people accountable for their part. This whole time I've been accountable for many actors and their actions. Yesterday showed me how to win without exhausting myself, without giving what little energy I have to work with outside of being a 24-hour caregiver, outside of being a parent. I'm really grateful for my family and my friends, and I have enjoyed all the phone calls, the ones that I could answer. I've been super swamped with paperwork, homeschooling, type 1 care, creating, writing, dealing with the world and affairs is really hard right now because a lot of people, especially in customer service rep, and it's really a rough time right now because people are doing things that you would think would not even be able to be done. But it just shows the inadequacy of the foundation here. There are many inadequacies, intentional or not, benign or not. They are inadequacies, and they actually affect people's lives in negative ways. But I have to sit here right now and say every weapon formed has yet to prosper. Every weapon formed. Let me tell you what I'm drinking. I'm drinking some tea today. I usually do coffee, but I've been doing a little bit too much, I think. So I found some honey, ginger, and sour sop tea, and that is what I'm having this morning. It's 6:24 a.m. I'm so excited for today because normally when I can get up pretty much on time for my set schedule I made for myself, the day goes exceptional. There's surprises and everything in it. Yesterday I woke up very late. My daughter was having issues till about 2 o'clock in the morning. So when that happens, I can't get up. Once I fall asleep, I'm done. Once I fall asleep, I'm done. I'm looking at her blood now. It's 160, creeping down slowly. We took an injection about 40 minutes ago, or maybe almost an hour ago. So today is going to be a wonderful day. I'm claiming it. And I know it's going to be a wonderful day because I'm going to create a wonderful day. Try to schedule my time. I'm going to actually get me some rest because yesterday really was a lot. I keep having to explain to people like why this situation is the way it is. And the simple thing is the reason why my family is the way it is because we weren't involved in a divorce and there's never been a transition out of my marriage. There was no transition. It just was abandonment. It's just all it was. I don't know And I don't mean abandoning the relationship. I mean, when you have a child, you have to be there. You have to make plans. You have to co-parent. You have to, provide. No matter what. There's days when I want to say, damn it, I'm done. I want my life back. But then I feel, wait, this is your life. What do you mean? Of all people, I know abandonment, the different forms of it very well. That abandonment on Love and Hip Hop, that's not real abandonment. It's not real abandonment. I could tell you about a lot of forms of real abandonment. And it just is what it is. I don't blame anyone. I had to realize to stop blaming myself. I don't blame anyone. But what I do know is this life that I have, I am grateful for it. The daughter I have, I'm grateful for her. Anything beneath that is just that. It's beneath that. I'm so proud to have support from people that we haven't even met in person. I've got family support. Maybe not the whole family, not like all of the whole families, but I have family support. I want to send love to my new sister. I don't know how long I'm going to say that. And my niece, my cousins. One, we've been talking a lot lately. I think it's really cute. I've changed a lot and I love it. It feels good on me. And I wake up every day eager to see what will I create, who will I meet, what will I make, what will I cook, what will I learn. I have never woke up like this before in my life. Do you understand that? Like never. I've never walked like this before in my life. Like woke up like this before in my life, like ever. And it's a good feeling, and I'm keeping it. Grand rising, peace and love. I hope all is well with you and your family and your friends and your job and your business. My Belinda, I love you. Peace and love to my new Facebook friends. I do have two accounts. I'm one of America's Most Wanted on Facebook. I have no clue why. And they always say I'm nude. I don't know what. It's like you've been doing nudity. You get 30 days. I'm like, who does that? I don't do that. I don't know what. I don't know. It's just hilarious. We got the tea this morning. I got the green light on today. The light green light. I'm gonna burn some bergamot and some frankincense today. I'm going to do a couple of guided meditations better than my random meditations, but I do them. I do them in the middle of phone calls if I have to, if I feel myself about to turn into Voquisha. Like yesterday, I was like, oh Lord, I was like, lady, hold on, I got to pray. Because I was about to say things that I have been holding in about adults since I was a little girl. And I'm trying to work with people, but I've had enough. I'm not gonna lie, I've had enough. I've been living in this nation for a long time, and corporation for a long time. And listen, Yes, I like my freedoms. I'm a human being. God gave me those. But this place is a shit show. And I say that respectfully. I have so many complaints, grievances, and cases against judges, institutions, and civilians. I'm sitting here every day like I'm sitting on millions of dollars of damages owed to me and my daughter. Matter of fact, my daughter has to go to therapy for this shit show. You owe my daughter millions. And all I keep hearing is Martin Luther King telling me, get up and go get that check. Because they have some repairing to do. I have so many battles that I could really just go in and maneuver them for justice for my family. You know how exhausting that is going to be after they've done all this? The lady yesterday was like, "This is unbelievable." I said, "Ma'am, I have pages more. Would you like to hear some of it? Of what they've done since my divorce, the judicial system. Like, there's so much perjury connected to me. It's ridiculous. Perjury, my adoption, perjury, my divorce, perjury. Like, there's so many crimes that I've let people, and I'm going to just call them flat out crimes, that I've let people think. Some of them lived and died. They think that they're going to get away with it. But every day, stuff is resurfacing. Cause and effect is happening. And it's coming to a point where I have decisions to make. Who am I going to let live, and who am I going to let answer for some of this strife, pain, and suffering, abuse, neglect, benign neglect? Who is going to answer for all of these things? Mishandling of power, misuse. So yeah, every day I wake up grateful that they didn't break me and they didn't kill me, because now it's my turn. Now it's my turn. And I play very fair, very direct, and very calculated. This is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Wednesday. Happy hump day. It's 6:34 a.m. I'm not going to stay on here long because I'm excited about this new day and I want to really get started on it. So I'm actually going to go in here and cook breakfast, something I rarely do because we're not breakfast eaters. But due to the high stress level yesterday came with, I didn't eat. I didn't eat it all. So I'm going to go in here and nourish my body, give my insides a shower, a water shower, drink me some nice room temperature water, make some breakfast, do me a couple of meditations, and get to work. I hope that your day is exceptional. I hope that no matter what comes your way, even if it's something that has your emotions tied in a knot, I hope that you're able to stay grounded, breathe through the issue, breathe through the issue, and you handle it with grace and peace. That is really what I want for you today. And other than that, I hope you have a wonderful day and you have no unfortunate events. That would be even better. Stay warm, stay safe, and please, 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 please Be aware of your surroundings, physically, emotionally, and mental surroundings. Know who you are around. Because these are some wicked, ugly times, okay? And I love you.